Good morning. We've got a wonderful question under chemistry. Want to see how we can answer this particular question? It's a nice question. The question is saying calcium oxide is produced by heating limestone following the reaction below. So we are heating limestone, and you see here this is calcium carbonate. This is to tell you that the other name for limestone is calcium what? Calcium carbonate, just one and the same. Then calcium oxide, this is quicklime. This is what you need to know. This is carbon dioxide. So we are decomposing limestone to produce calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Sometimes they may even ask you what is the identity of this gas, identity test of the gas produced. So you need to make sure that you know how to answer those particular questions. Straight away, I would go into the question which is determine the relative formula mass of calcium carbonate. The question is saying determine the what? Relative formula mass. For me to determine the relative formula mass of calcium carbonate, so this is calcium carbonate. I'm going to write it here. This is calcium carbonate, which is like this. The same way we get to find the molar mass, this is what we are going to do. Just that here, because of this word relative, we are not supposed to include units. So I'll start. How many atoms of oxygen are there? 3. Then I multiply by the mass number. Oxygen, 16. This is what I'll be doing. I go to carbon. How many atoms of carbon are there? It's only one carbon. Times the mass number, 12. I go to calcium. How many atoms of calcium are there? 1. Times the mass number, 40. I multiply. This is 48. This is 12. And this is 40. If I add everything, 48, so I'm saying 48 plus 12 plus 40. What answer are we getting? We are getting 100. So 100 is the answer. I'm not supposed to include the units. So units are not supposed to be included. I guess you know what I mean. Because of this word relative. So we are not supposed to include units. If the question was telling us to find the molar mass of calcium carbonate, so if it was telling us to find the molar mass, I just want you to understand this. If the question was saying molar mass, so molar mass of calcium carbonate, of calcium what? Calcium carbonate is, so this same one, 100, I'll just say grams per what? Per mole. This is what I'm going to do. So this is what you get to follow. These are certain things you need to understand. Just like this. This is how we get to answer questions that do come in an exam. This is how we are supposed to answer them. Hope you've seen how I've answered the first one. We move now to the next question. So next question is saying, determine the mass of calcium oxide produced if 400 grams of calcium carbonate is decomposed fully. The question is saying, find the what? Mass when given mass. Whenever you just see this particular question, mass to mass, determine mass when given mass. So we are going to use their masses to find the mass of one particular compound that we are told, in this case, calcium oxide. So I'm going to say I just need to equate this one. I'm told to find the mass of calcium oxide when I'm given the mass of this other one, which is calcium carbonate. So I'm using their what? I'm going to use their masses to determine the mass. So what is the mass of calcium oxide? I do the same thing, calcium oxide like this. So it is just 1 times 16, 1 times 40. So this is just equal to, I'm going to get 16 there, I'm going to get 40 there. If I add these two, I'm going to get 56 grams. So it is what? 56 grams. So this one is giving me 56 grams. equivalent to. This one was giving me 100. Since I'm talking about mass, I say 100 grams. If I'm talking about molar mass, 100 grams per mole. But this is mass, I put grams. And then I say, okay, I want to find the mass of calcium oxide when given the mass of calcium carbonate, which is 400 now, 400 grams, 400 grams of calcium carbonate, where this and that are going to cancel. I then multiply, cross multiply. So after doing that, we are supposed to cross multiply, where I'm going to say 56 times 400. What answer am I getting? So 56 times what? 400. I'm getting 22,400, which is equal to, when I multiply 1 times 100, that is 100 what? X. Then I divide both sides by 100. Even here by 100. So this and that gets to cancel. So x is equal to, so I divide by 100. The answer that I'm going to get is 224. Have you seen 224? So I say grams of what? Calcium oxide. So this is 224 grams of calcium oxide. This is what you are supposed to do. These are the things you need to get and understand. Just like this, we've answered this particular question. This is where we are going to end from. Those of you that are interested in starting tuitions with us, you can WhatsApp me on this number. This is my WhatsApp number. So this is my WhatsApp number, +2 60971 066747. Are you a GCE candidate writing 1 or 2 subjects? We are here to help you get a distinction. So our lessons are conducted live on Telegram. For a person that wants to join us, you have to download the Telegram app. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.